Hello, darlings. You're welcome to Z-Star Africa, your home of sizzling drama recaps. Let's dive deep into the heart-shaking emotions, revelations, and battles unfolding in Anupama's upcoming episodes. From Devika's brave fight for life, to Anupama doing everything she can to fulfill her best friend's final wishes, to the family uniting in unexpected ways, and a road trip that becomes Devika's most meaningful journey yet. Please like and turn on your notifications for more of your favorites. It only gets more emotional from here. Let's dive in. It all begins with Sarita asking Rahi to learn forgiveness from Anupama. Rahi says not every mistake deserves an apology. Hasmukh asks Rahi if everyone's mistake can be forgiven except Anupama's. Rahi leaves the place. Anupama thinks Rahi won't stay upset with her for long. Ansh asks Anupama to take Barty to his friend, who is a doctor. Ansh's friend suggests surgery for Barty and recommends Dr. Mather's name. Barty says she will have to stay with the Shaws if her surgery is planned in Ahmedabad. Anupama asks Barty not to think about anything else except her health. At the hospital, Anupama spots Devika and worries that Devika is hiding something about her health. She prays to God to help her learn the truth and is shocked to discover that Devika is battling cancer. Rahi's friend Saloni calls her and says she feels bad that Rahi's own mother defeated her. Rahi says she doesn't need anyone's fake sympathy. Perry is happy that Rahi apologized to Anupama. Rahi clarifies that she only apologized on Kyati's behalf and has not forgiven Anupama. Perry says Anupama is a mother, but Rahi asks which mother tries to defeat her own daughter. Perry argues that if a daughter does the same, it is not appreciable either. Rahi gets angry. Anupama goes to Devika and says she won't let anything happen to her. She asks Devika why she didn't tell her earlier. Both break down in tears. Prem serves tea to Rahi, but she burns her hand. Prem advises Rahi to forgive Anupama, at least to give it a try. Devika tells Anupama that she has cancer and feels everything is over. She says she hid the truth because Anupama was already disturbed. Anupama consoles her. Devika confronts Anupama for hiding her loneliness from everyone and breaks down, fearing she might not survive. Devika believes she is dying soon. Anupama insists nothing will happen to her and encourages her to fight back. She reminds Devika how she always stood by her during tough times and promises to support her in this battle too. Devika asks if Anupama will stand by her, and Anupama assures her she always will. Devika fears death, but Anupama decides they will fight the disease together. She praises Devika's strength. Kyati asks Rahi what Anupama said. Rahi replies that Anupama didn't say anything. Kyati says she knows Rahi is upset and defends herself. She complains that Parag is not paying attention to her. Parag says Kyati's mistake is unforgivable because anything could have happened to Anupama. Vasundhara questions why Parag favors Anupama so much. She asks if he wants the entire Kothari family to bow down before Anupama. Prem says they should indeed bow down before her. Vasundhara blames Anupama for destroying her family and fears Gautam. Parag assures he will handle everything, but says he will only forgive Kyati if Anupama forgives her. Anupama tells Devika they will fight together and consoles her. Anupama later sees Devika's diary. Going through it, she laughs. Devika asks Anupama why she is laughing and if her diary is funny. Anupama says the diary is cute, just like Devika. Devika says no one writes a diary nowadays, but since she had no one around, she wrote one. Anupama asks Devika if the things mentioned in the diary are true. Devika reveals that when she was diagnosed with cancer, she made a wish list and wants to fulfill it before her life ends. Anupama gets emotional hearing this. Kyati calls Anupama and apologizes for troubling and hating her. Anupama is shocked to hear this, but learns that the Kotharis are still not ready to forgive her. Devika advises Anupama not to forgive Kyati. Later, Devika and Anupama realize someone has sneaked into the house. Devika decides to catch the thief, but Anupama asks her to rest. Devika replies that if she can dance on stage, she can surely catch a thief. Together, they catch him and call the Shahs. Sarita and Ansh hit the thief. Anupama asks him to show his face. Leela questions the reason for entering their kitchen. The thief unveils himself, Pardosh. He says he was hungry and apologizes to Anupama. Leela asks about her ornaments. Pardosh admits that he sold them. Hasmukh says some people never change. Despite this, Leela decides to give Pardosh another chance. Anupama agrees but warns him. Pardosh declares that he is back. Anupama plans a pink-themed party for Devika's birthday. The Shahs celebrate together. Devika asks Anupama if she remembered her birthday. Anupama says she could never forget it. Devika admits she didn't want to celebrate this year, thinking it might be her last birthday. The Shahs are shocked. Devika and Anupama then dream of celebrating birthdays when they grow old. The dance Ranis gift Devika a Lord Ganesh idol. Leela blesses her with a long life and tells Devika they know about her illness. Anupama assures Devika that by her next birthday, she will be cancer-free and a true cancer warrior. Meanwhile, Prem and Anil discover that Gautam has committed fraud in the accounts. Rahi helps Anil and Prem, and Parag feels proud of her skills. Khyati asks Parag to take breakfast and his medicine, but Parag asks her to stop worrying about him. Leela encourages Devika. Devika asks why her heart has changed when she never liked her earlier. Leela says Devika has a good heart. Pardosh asks if he can make a video, but Anupama and Kinjal warn him. Devika says she needed a family during her tough time. Prarthana adds that cancer is scary, but many people have beaten it. The Shahs continue celebrating Devika's birthday. Anupama thinks about Devika's dream of going to Kerala and enjoying the beaches. Kinjal asks Anupama what happened. Anupama says she is worried about Devika. She adds that people don't understand how uncertain life is, and by the time they realize it, it's too late. Anupama tells Kinjal about fulfilling Devika's bucket list. Kinjal supports her decision. Leela and Devika play with a helium balloon and enjoy their changed voices. Hasmukh says the new voice suits them. Kinjal says Anupama wants to make an announcement. Anupama then shares about Devika's bucket list, saying that Devika wants to travel across India and she wants to help fulfill her dream. She asks Bharti, Preet, and Sarita to join them. Kinjal asks if she can come along too, and Anupama agrees. Devika says the more people, the more entertainment. Sarita says they will support Devika and return later. Leela also wishes to go with Anupama, and Anupama allows her. She says women are often stuck with household chores and rarely get a chance to travel. Devika says they will enjoy this trip just like last time. Anupama announces it will be a girls' trip. Leela reminds everyone that Navratri is approaching. Anupama replies that they will pray and then go on the trip. Sarita suggests exploring Konkan first, and everyone agrees. Prarthana says she can't join but wishes Mahi, Peri, and Rahi could go with Anupama. Meanwhile, Vasundhara makes Navratri plans. Rahi tells Vasundhara not to worry as she will handle the arrangements. Devika asks Rahi to let Vasundhara and Khyati work since they have committed many sins. Vasundhara and Devika exchange taunts. Rahi consoles Devika. The Kotharis learn that Devika is suffering from cancer. Prem and Parag say Devika will fight back. Devika insists that Rahi join them on the road trip. Vasundhara refuses, saying Rahi doesn't speak to Anupama and shouldn't go anywhere. She adds that Navratri is coming and Rahi should focus on the festival. Devika continues to request Rahi to come along. Pardosh tries to talk to Kinjal, but she ignores him and warns him not to call himself her husband. Leela worries about the trip, fearing something bad may happen. Anupama says if it is destined, no one can avoid it. Prarthana and Paki also want to join the trip, and Anupama allows them. Ansh decides to book a bus. Anupama asks for a 9-seater, but Devika suggests a 12-seater. Anupama is shocked when Rahi, Mahi, and Peri also arrive to join the trip. Devika tells Anupama that since she is doing so much, she brought Rahi, Mahi, and Peri along. She thinks life is unpredictable, and before dying, she wants to try for Anupama and Rahi's reunion. Anupama says she is excited for the trip and that others are also looking forward to it. Devika wishes the trip brings change in everyone's life. Anupama is hopeful. The Shahs pray to God and celebrate Navratri. Leela says she is fasting. Sarita asks Leela if, at her age, she should be fasting. Leela replies that fasting has nothing to do with age. Anupama says that after celebrating the first day of Navratri, they will leave for their trip early in the morning. Leela shares with Anupama her fear that, since all the ladies are going, they might be attacked by thieves on the road. Anupama says accidents can happen anywhere and consoles Leela. Leela asks Anupama not to return to Mumbai after coming back, for Devika and Prarthana's sake. Anupama is shocked and avoids making a promise to Leela. Parag asks Kyati to join Anupama on the road trip. Kyati says Anupama might not like it. Vasundhara asks who will do the housework if Kyati goes. Parag says he will manage the house. He reminds Kyati that ever since Aryan's death, she has locked herself inside and needs a change. He asks her to return as her old self after the trip. Meeta decides to go with Kyati. Anil allows Meeta. Vasundhara says Anupama will instigate Kyati, but Parag disagrees. Anil tells Meeta to make friends so they can share things they fail to discuss with their husbands. Vasundhara says ladies only gossip. Kyati worries about the trip. Ansh worries about Prarthana. Prarthana asks Ansh if he doesn't want her to leave. Ansh says he will miss her and asks her to take care of herself. Prem wishes for Rahi and Anupama's reunion. Rahi says she is only going for Devika's sake. Prem asks Rahi to enjoy the road trip, saying road trips are healing. Rahi asks Prem if Kyati will join. Prem says Kyati is guilty and he doesn't know whether she will come or not. Kinjal says Pardosh never gave her love and regrets marrying him. She hopes the road trip brings joy into her life. Paki wishes Ishani could join them and further hopes for good fortune on the road trip. Raja asks Peri to take her along, but Peri says taking a break is important. She decides to carry Raja's picture instead. Mahi hopes that after this road trip, she will start smiling again in Aryan's memory. Anupama invites Kyati for the trip, but Kyati doesn't reply. Anupama prays for a successful road trip. That's a wrap, fams. Much love.